Maryam twirled in front of her mirror, her red and gold thobe catching the warm light of her bedroom lamp. She practiced the Garangao song one more time, her voice rising with excitement. "Tonight is the 15th night of Ramadan," she whispered to her reflection, "the most magical night of all." She glanced at her special cloth bag on the bed, imagining how full it would be with sweets after visiting all the neighbors on her street. Abdullah straightened his gutra with careful precision, making sure it sat perfectly on his head. "Bismillah," he whispered, a habit his grandfather had taught him before any important event. And Garangao was certainly important. Tonight, the children of the neighborhood would celebrate the middle of Ramadan by collecting sweets and nuts. Abdullah picked up his special basket, admiring the colorful tassels that his mother had added just for this occasion. "Abdullah, look at my bag," Maryam called as she hurried down the path to meet her friend. Abdullah smiled at her enthusiasm. "It looks wonderful, Maryam. My mother says we should visit Hamad's house first. She always gives the best treats." The neighborhood around them hummed with excitement as other children gathered in their finest clothes. The scent of Bakur incense drifted through the air, mingling with the sweet fragrance of the spring flowers that bloomed in every garden. The first house on their route belonged to the Al-Sulaiti family. Their massive wooden gate was carved with traditional patterns and polished to a gleaming finish. "Remember the song?" Abdullah whispered as he reached for the brass knocker. Maryam nodded eagerly, her curls bouncing. Together they took a deep breath. This was the moment they had practiced for. The heavy door swung open and warm light spilled onto the pathway. They began to sing in perfect harmony. After visiting 7 houses, the children gathered in the neighborhood square to compare their treasures. "Look at these pistachio sweets," Maryam exclaimed, pulling out a small package wrapped in gold foil. Abdullah nodded appreciatively, showing her the traditional sugared almonds he had received, but something was bothering him. "Maryam," he said thoughtfully, "we've visited many houses, but no one has given us the special Garangao coins my grandfather told me about." Maryam tilted her head curiously. "What special coins?" "My grandfather showed me this photograph," Abdullah explained, carefully unfolding the treasured image. In the old days, wealthy families would give special commemorative coins during Garangao. They were small silver pieces with the date engraved on them. He sighed wistfully. "Grandfather said those coins were precious keepsakes, but he thinks the tradition has been forgotten. Now we only get sweets and nuts." Abdullah carefully tucked the photograph away. "I wish we could find those special coins. They would make this Garangao truly memorable." Maryam's eyes widened as an idea suddenly bloomed in her mind, like the cedra flowers above her. "Abdullah," she called out, "I know where we might find those special coins." She clutched her bag of treats closer. "My mother always says that Hamad knows all the old traditions. She's lived in this neighborhood longer than anyone. We visited every house on our street except hers." Maryam's heart raced with excitement. "Maybe she still gives out the special coins. We should go there next." In her quiet majlis room, Hamad carefully opened a sandalwood box that had belonged to her great-grandmother. Inside, nestled on a bed of faded velvet, lay dozens of small silver coins, the special Garangao coins from celebrations long past. 50 years, she murmured to herself, running a henna-decorated finger over the delicate engravings. 50 years since any child has asked for these. She had kept the tradition alive, waiting patiently each year, but the children always rushed past her house, drawn to the neighbors who gave colorful modern sweets in shiny wrappers. "This is it," whispered Maryam, as they approached the small wooden door, almost hidden in the ancient coral stone wall. Unlike the other brightly lit houses, Hamad's home had only a single lantern glowing above the entrance. "My mother says she's the keeper of traditions," Abdullah said softly, straightening his posture before knocking. The wooden door creaked slightly as their knock echoed through the night air. For a moment everything was still. Then they heard slow, shuffling footsteps approaching from inside. "You are the first children in many years to remember the old ways," Hamad said, her voice gentle like rustling palms. From a carved wooden box beside her, she withdrew a handful of small silver coins that caught the lamplight and seemed to glow with their own magic. Maryam gasped, her eyes reflecting the silver gleam. "These are the true Garangao treasures," continued Hamad. "Each one carries the blessings of our ancestors and the date of this holy month." She placed 2 coins in Maryam's palm, their cool weight feeling somehow significant beyond their size. "This is how it used to be," Hamad explained, pointing her album with many photos from her youth. "Garangao was always about more than sweets. It was about remembering our roots and carrying forward our traditions." She smiled warmly at Abdullah, whose eyes were now filled with a deeper understanding. "We give you these coins not just as keepsakes, but as a reminder to cherish our heritage and to share stories like these with the next generation." Abdullah nodded solemnly, feeling the weight of these words and the little coins now in his palm.